Hello. Welcome, welcome. I woke up. I didn't get that much sleep last night. So if I seem a little out of it today, that's probably why. Like, I got to sleep a bit late. Woke up at like my usual time, which is far too early for a weekend. And then at like 6 a.m. my upstairs neighbor started drumming, and it's like, what the hell are you doing, mate? At least I think they were drumming, that's what it sounded like. But I was awake by that point anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Same here. When do you ever get sleep, Theo? Anyway, we're playing Pokemon today, as usual. The non-stop Pokemon will end next weekend, whether I've actually finished the game or not, because there's an event happening in Splatoon next weekend, so I want to stream that, and then we'll get right back to Pokemon if I haven't finished the game yet. But we are going to try and see how much we can finish before then. So today on the agenda is beating the last gym, beating the last Team Star base, and having a look around for that ice dragon thing I ran into yesterday, because it's cute and I want it. I know ice is kind of a bad type, but oh well, I want it. And then I think from, like, beyond those objectives, we still need to beat the Elite Four and the Champion, which I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about. Apparently, they're, like, one of the easiest champions, but if you just switched the first and last Pokemon of their team, it'd be a much harder fight, which is interesting. And then also, once we beat all the Team Star bosses, we'll presumably have to face off against, like, the big boss. And then also, we still need to go back and fight Arven. And then we can go to the crater. So there is still quite a bit left. So I don't know if we'll actually manage to beat the game before I have to go play Splatoon again. But you know, we'll at the very least, we'll finish it before I go to visit my parents for Christmas. Probably. Anyway, it's 8:30. Let's start the game. Let's play. Let's not dilly-dally. I have tea today, but it's still too hot for me to drink. Here we are. Use your map to find your next destination. Right, do we just... Because, like, the next objective is over here. Do we go down the slope or something? There is a raid there, so perhaps. And, like, I think it was around this area in a cave that we find the dude I'm looking for. So, you know, that's something to keep in mind. Snowball! I see shiny things, or sparkly things. Alright, and we made Delibird. Okay, so there's Delibirds around somewhere. Grass Teddiursa. Uden. So, like, my plan at the moment, with regards to my team, I'm gonna put the little, if we can find it, I'm gonna put the little ice dragon on my team and take off Mitsuba. But if it evolves and I end up not liking the evolution, I'll just put Mitsuba back on. Because, like, Mitsuba has the longevity on the team, you know? Yo, star leggings? I know my character wears long pants, but I need those leggings. Where do I find those? I haven't really been exploring the towns. Like, I'll go to a town, go to the gym, and then leave. Haven't been looking around in all the shops because it's like... most of it's just food, I feel. Like, a lot of the random houses, they don't let you go inside. So I just don't bother. Like, there's so much outdoors to explore. Why would I want to explore the town? That's probably why I haven't found any good, like, accessories or whatever. I'd probably be more interested if we could customize more of our outfit. But, you know, we're stuck in the school uniform. Because reasons. I love how after like 3 games of people complaining that girls got more clothing options than the guys, Game Freak's solution was not to just give guys more clothing options or make all the clothing options gender neutral, but just to, you know, give no one good clothing options. Everyone's stuck with with the uniform. I forgot I wasn't supposed to erase all of the name. Teddy Urseed. Because it's grass type. Fashion DLC in the future. DLC where we're on summer vacation, so we don't have to wear the uniform anymore. I've got 3 gym badges. What the hell are you doing up here, then? I've got 3 gym badges, but I failed the interview at the Pokemon League. What? Interview? I'm confused. Why did that remind me of I'm using tilt controls? Haha, you fool. I foresaw you using... These Pokemon, the way they stand was really not made with slopes in mind. Like, just look at the way Clonzai is standing. I got 3 gym badges and still got beat by some little kid? Bro, I've got 7 gym badges. I guess the Pokemon League won't give you a serious interview until you have 8 badges. I guess so. Icy Rock. Let's get on the bike. I see another sparkly thing. Like, I try not to mention it because it's like, it gets tiring just hearing the same thing over and over, but like, it's still like, every time I see the level geometry freak out or whatever, I'm just like, really? Really? Like, I also try not to complain because, like, I like the game. The core gameplay's fun, I like the region, the Pokemon, the story. But, like, from an actual game standpoint, it needed, like, 10 times more polish. I twisted my ankle climbing over some rocks. Maybe a battle will distract me from the pain. My dude, seek medical attention. Oh. We did it. I forgot about my ankle, but now my pride hurts. Bruh. Dog, please. Bruh. Don't crunch me. For real though, why are there 3 lines of monotyped dogs being introduced in the same generation? Like, I know the dogs are different from each other. They're like different kinds of dogs. They look different enough that, you know, it's not that big of an issue. It's not like you're getting the same Pokemon 3 times. But at the same time, why 3 dogs? What is this? Oh, I made my way to the town. Why is there a Psyduck here? You lost my dude? What are you doing on a snowy mountain? That's ground type Fluffy, and it's a 3-star. Oh no. Ground type. Because I know ground type's weak to water, however, water's weak to electric, and this is a Fluffy. And I can't do the switch out tactic. I can't turn Poseidon into his hero form. Ugh. My nose is kind of stuffy today. Let me just check what else is good against ground. Ground type Pokemon. Do I have anything else that's good against ground? Grass, ice, and water. Well, guess we're just going in with Finizen. Oh, there's stream elements. Took you a while. What was the hold-up? The entire frickin' earth on its head. Cotton Spore, what does that do? Speed. Okay. Bruh. Oh boy. Well, at least it hasn't used an electric attack yet. Does it even have an electric attack? It has Confuse Ray, it has Reflected as Cotton Spore, and then it probably has a ground type attack. I was worried about nothing. It doesn't even have any electric attacks. Let's go! My tea has reached a drinkable temperature. Ba-ba-da. We got a Flappy. Thank you for the redeemed feel. Okay, so this is the stupidest name. Because it's ground type, it's Sandy. But it has a double A because it's Fluffy. Off to a great start with these names. Anyway, is this the town? Bunch of candles. Hold on, where's my map? Okay, yes! This is the town with the last gym leader, okay. Making progress very early this time. Why are these two gyms so close to each other? Speedrun time. Okay, so this presumably should be the Ghost Gym, because it's the only... Aside from the Fairy Star base, Ghost is the only type we haven't had an objective for, I'm pretty sure. And there's all these candles around the place, so that it makes sense that this would be Ghost. What is this? Is this a place we can go in? It is not. See, modern Pokemon games do a better job of making their little towns and stuff feel like, you know, an actual town and not just a random collection of houses. But at the same time, the sacrifice for that is that there's a lot of houses that you just can't go in now. They're just there to make it feel bigger. It's like, well, what if I want to go inside random people's houses? Let me have a look. What is with this lighting ring? Break it into... There's no breaking involved, we just go in and say hi. Oh, hi. It's Goku. Melody! It's finally time for your last gym, right? I heard from Rika. But I'm 0% worried about you. I know you got this. Even La Primera seems like she wants to keep an eye on you. Maybe I'll go find her so we can cheer you on together when you battle the last gym leader. So go and have a battle that's fruitful for you and for the crowd. Okay. Bye. Cool beans. The Montenevra gym. The Montenevra gym leader, Rhyme, specializes in ghost-type Pokemon. You won't get anywhere if you take her on with normal or fighting types. Wonder if they have any of Rhyme's magazines here. Oh, is Rhyme like a model or something, maybe? Oh, hey, there's some Dreepy behind the counter. Welcome to the Montenegro Gym. Let me register you as a challenger. Your name is Melody, yes? Great, now in order to face the gym leader Rhyme, you'll first need to pass the gym test. Here in Montenegro Gym, that means warming up the audience for the main event. That's right, you're the opening act. Your job is to get up on stage and show us some dead fierce Pokemon battles and get the crowd excited before the gym leader's concert begins. Okay. So not a model. They're a musician of some description. You can start the gym by speaking with MC Sledge in front of the stage outside. Now get out there and have some fun. Okay. Hey look, someone's playing Smash Bros. Yo, it's Moist Critical. Yo, trainer, you're the one performing the opening act for today? My name's Moist Critical. Moist Critical Sledge. That's what MC stands for. My name's MC Sledge, and this is the stage right here. So here's the deal. You're gonna have to do some double battles. That's where you have two Pokemon fight on each side. Oh, we haven't had any double battles this entire game, have we? Interesting. That'll let you sledge up double the opponents and get the audience twice as excited. The audience will be so hot, it'll melt the Montenegro snow. This is probably a terrible critical impression, but oh well. Once you get the audience worked up and ready to go, that'll be the cue for our leader to take the stage. That's how you passed our gym test, yo. Your opening act begins as soon as you get up on stage. There'll be no backing down until you win 3 times in a row, so make sure you're ready. You got on the deets for the opening act for our gym test? Ready to sledge him up? Yes. Sweet, just play it by ear and you'll do great. Head up onto the stage. Yeah, baby, that's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo! Oh, hey, there's the graves for the... What's it called? Greavid's evolution. What's up, Montenegro? Today's opening act will be 3 back-to-back double battles by your challenger here, Melody. And the first of their 3 opponents will be a young performer who makes it look like a breeze. It's a child. The one and only Tass. Double battles, that means 1 + 1, right? Can you do that math? Excuse me? What is this shade? Kid, I'll have you know, I took friggin' advanced math in high school. I know my math. I didn't see what level these guys are. Meanwhile, oh jeez. Oh no. Ba-ba-da. MC Sludge just hyping up the crowd in the background. This battle's amazing. I'm gonna call my friends to come cheer for you. Oh hey! We got a boost because the crowd was cheering. I'm creative, not analytical. I don't know, I feel like I'm both. I don't think I lean strongly one way or the other. That's one down. 1 plus 1 is 2, right? Right? Something tells me this kid also failed math. The audience's cheering got a little louder. Montenegro stage is the latest tech. The more excited the audience gets, the more the stage will light up. Keep on sledging, you got this. Oh, he heals me up, that's nice. And our challenger's next opponent will be a musician with a bit of a unique style. Yeah, it's Lonnie. Strong complements weak. The harmony of two Pokemon battling in unison. Haunter and Misdreams. Okay, level 40? We were definitely supposed to take on the ice area before we went and fought the Team Star person. Oops. Wait, it's not? Oh wait, no, I've probably just never faced a Haunter before, so it doesn't tell me what's good against it. Pain Split. Bruh. The trainer might actually be really good. Okay. I wonder if the actual gym battle's also going to be double battles or whether it's just the lead up to it. Her hair is clipping through her face. That wasn't harmony, that was cacophony. Ma'am, you might want to get that checked out. That doesn't seem normal. The audience is really getting excited. Your opening acts turned the cheering and the stage lighting up to 11. What a surprise from our new challenger. Who'd have thought they'd sledge it up this much? Next is your last opponent, and it's none other than... me, MC Sledge! Being an MC isn't my only forte. I can battle too. I'll sledge you up real good in a double battle. Oh no, we've got to fight Moist Critical. Oh. Flip turn on the Sableye. Because I believe Sableye is a weird typing that's only weak to Fairy. Not that I need to care too much about weaknesses, because Flip Turn took down like half of its health. So you know. Nice move choice. She's really sledging up MC Sledge. What is all this sledging up stuff? Why is this a thing that they're going on about? Huh? Oh, it's super effective against my own Pokemon. Why would it suggest that? I don't know if it actually affects it, but... Oh, they're just saying, oh, it's super effective against the Pokemon that's already dead. Anyway. We sledged him up. It was you who sledged me up. Now it's all lit up. The audience excitement has reached a fever pitch. Whoa, awesome, that was a great battle. How lucky, what a rare sight. Thank you, Melody. Congratulations, you passed the gym test. Give them a round of applause, everybody. I feel a scary good sense of unity in the crowd. Perfecto! We're ready to go for the main event. Come on, everybody, say it with me. This is what you've all been waiting for. Give it up for the MC of RIP, Rhyme. Rhyme. What's all this noise I'm hearing? This crowd's so loud I could wake the dead. She's a rapper. Let me tell you what I'm hearing. What I hear. Y'all feeling good? Yeah, we're feeling good. Rhyme. Oh. Thanks for the killer opener, baby. Now I'll get this started for real. Congrats on the gym test. That was sick, yo. Thanks. Give us a minute for some rhyme time, you feel me? Go ahead and tell the lobby staff that you passed. Yeah, that... A rapper was not what I expected when I saw her portrait. It's like, her portrait's like, you know, old woman. And then she came up on stage, old woman, and then she starts rapping. Like, what's all this noise here? Definitely not what I expected. I saw someone saying that, like, all the gym leaders are themed around, like, entertainment this time around. And I don't think that's entirely true, but it does fit for a lot of them. Like, we've got an artist, we've got a streamer, we've got a rapper, we've got a snowboarder. That's 4, I think. Got a makeup artist, that's part of the entertainment industry. But then at the same time, we've also got a chef, a baker, and a salaryman. So, you know, it doesn't fit with all of them. Amazing job, you're a fantastic opening act. That's the gym test clear then. Well done. Now you've earned the right to challenge the gym leader. Best of luck. The MC of RIP. Wait, hold on. Am I healed up? I am not. Freaking... We have a ghost type rapper. It's freaking... It's freaking Calliope Mori. Only not a white woman. A painfully white woman. Now, what do I actually have that's good against Ghost? I have my starter, Skeledirge, but Skeledirge is also weak against Ghost. Now, I guess Valerio. Valerio is Bite. And that's about it. This might not go super well, but I wanted to go see the gravestone. I wanted to go look at the gravestone to see if I could unearth the Pokemon. It'll probably be on her team anyway. Oh, hey, it's the Poltergeist. The MC of RIP, yes. Yo, yo! Sound like there might be a rap battle going on over the stage. A big rap battle of victory! This is my... I'm not gonna rap this. I'm not gonna rap it. This is my time, and this is my day. You're not gonna stand in my way. Listen up, rhyme, your reign ends here. You gotta get rung up by this bro cashier. Boom chip boom, boom chip boom. Pro cashier, well, I'm about to check out. Musta got your rhymes on deep discount. Please, you think you can step to my game? Fool, I've got rhyme right here in my name. I'm a spectre from which there is no protector, and victory unto me you will render when the crowd sees you're the mere pretender. You wanna end my reign? Yeah, keep dreaming. Buy a book of rhymes, kid, and start reading. Boom chi boom, boom chi boom. I'm done, you won where I'm totally whiffed, but I'll be back to maybe after my next shift. Hold up, where you going? That's all you got? After my next shift? Seriously, bar's over jokes. Come on. That was over way too fast. It gets boring wearing the crowd if no one makes me fight to keep it. Hey, my opener's back. You here for a rap battle or a gym battle? Gym battle. I'm not here to rap. As if I even needed to ask. You were captivated by that show I put on, huh? Rap's what's in my soul, baby. Weaving words into a symphony of poetry. Don't try it with me. You won't last one round. I'm like Sableye. My mean look'll lock you down. Like that, you feel me? Yes? Huh. Well, let's get into it. You're a Pokemon trainer. So battle me and show me who you are. My music's not all that tops the charts. My skills with ghost types are the best around. Lest you forget it, the name's rhyme. I'm known as the MC of RIP. Dead or alive, let's make this a vibe. I was trying to give her an old lady voice because she looks like she's old, but like I feel like it doesn't fit. Oh, it is double battles. We don't mess around in Montenegro. On my stage, we double battle. Don't let it scare ya. Alright, we'll flip turn to get rid of Mimikyu's protection. And then Shadow Ball the Bayonet. Show us an awesome battle rhyme and you too, student kid. Okay. Flip Toad, get rid of Mimikyu's disguise. That was kind of a glitchy animation. Don't buy that. Swap in a Valerio. So I get the I want to hazard a guess and say that her terrestrial Pokemon is probably going to be something music related. Houndstone. There's Grieven's evolution. Totally nailed that Pokemon's weakness without batting an eye. Alright, we haven't fought either of these before. Yeah, Fairy is weak to Dark. Perfect. They're just trying to get rid of Scaladurge. Bruh. Bye-bye, Houndstone. Toxicity, of course. Oh snap, a super effective move that's so tight. Rhyme. Bruh, I'm the one that took out her Pokemon. Why are you cheering for her? That's her final Pokemon. Unfortunately, I can't terrestrialize into something that's gonna be super effective. So, why don't I just not terrestrialize? Kick back, relax, and enjoy this last track. Turn it up for a grave-rattling good time. Hey! All the graves are popping out now. All the Houndstones. When I'm on the mic, even the dead rise up. DJ G-Rave over there is sure feeling it. The dog's called DJ G-Rave. Crunch. It didn't even get to do an attack. So who's actually the highest level gym leader? Because like we one-shot this. We didn't one-shot the psychic one, did we? Giving up the ghost's not really my style. I'll let you have this one though, baby. Ha! Great battle. Chilling and thrilling. You've got spirit, kid. You earned my gym badge, alright. How about a VIP pass for my next show, too? Thumbs up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put my cup in my in the sink so I don't knock it off my table. I return. With 8 gym badges, you'll be able to catch Pokemon of any level, and they'll be sure to listen to what you have to say too. I'm feeling so good that I think I'm gonna let you have this. Shadow Ball. Too bad it's over. Make your way back to my stage sometime. Maybe next time we rap battle instead, who knows? I'm sure you've got some scary good adventures ahead. I'll be cheering for you. Later! Okay, I'm actually gonna check. I'm curious. Did I do the gyms out of order as well? Okay, so Rhyme's strongest Pokemon was level 42. And Tulip, her strongest Pokemon was... Yeah, Tulip was intended as the last Pokemon, as the last gym leader. Oops. That's another thing I've done out of order, I guess. The only story where I actually challenged the last one last was the Titans. Melody, Palafin, you did it! Ah, I'm so happy for you. This is the best. I know I said I wasn't worried, but my heart was still pounding the whole time. Most impressive, Melody. A shining display of talent, I must admit. Seriously, pat yourself on the back. You beat every single gym. Which means... Indeed. Now that you've gathered 8 gym badges, all that's left is to take on the Pokemon League. If you hope to stand alongside Nemona as a fellow champion, head to the Pokemon League. That is where you can take on the champion assessment. Here's a picture that I'm showing you with my mind. Yeah, hurry up and get to my rank. I'm itching for a battle of equals. I've gotta take the time while you're facing the Pokemon League to fine-tune my Pokemon's moves and revamp all my tactics. Oh look, someone's watching you too. Well, good luck, Melody, and wish me luck too. Bye-bye. It is unusual for me to see her so excited, though perhaps not for you. She must really be happy that she finally has a friend who can keep pace with her own talents. There's a special kind of strength that can only be reached by competing with a good rival. Count me among those eager to see how far you two can go. In any case, I'll be waiting for you at the Pokemon League, northwest of Messagoza. Is it going to be marked on my map? Challenge the Pokemon League. Oh, just down there, okay. For some reason, I thought it would be up in this corner, like, up in this sort of area, because there's nothing here. The only thing that was here was the Dragon Titan. So I figured, okay, this area up here must be where the league is. But no, it's just down here. Maybe this area up here is where another one of those weird black stakes is. Or whatever. Anyway, before we take on the last dude, or like head towards the last dude, I'm gonna... That'd be fine. Alright. There's no search function as far as I'm aware, which is a pain. I want to mark on my map where I'm supposed to find this this dragon dude. Okay, so I could have just scrolled back from the start instead of Octobats. He's a little ice dinosaur. I like him. Okay, so specifically that little area above the lake, which is this area. So we're gonna go there first, because I want to find this dude. And I don't want him to just come in right at the tail end of our journey and then only use him for like the Pokemon League. Or only use them. Just googled, there is no search function. Yeah. Real dumb. Real dumb. One step forward, two steps back. They give us a bunch of quality of life features and then they also take some away. Someone needs to make a feature request on the Pokemon App Store. Get Jark to fix his app. Hyper training. Alright. Off we go. Into the wild, white unknown. Down the other side of the mountain. Ah! Such a shame. Oh, it's another student. It's such a shame what happened to Grusha. That accident ruined his snowboarding career. Okay, so the fact that we did things out of order means that I'm probably going to be a little over-leveled for the rest of this area. We'll probably be back to, like, being around the right level once we actually take on the Pokemon League and, like, whatever's left of the Team Star stuff, but for now we're still gonna be a bit too strong. Critical hit. Did it even do any damage? I didn't see... Oh wait, no, yeah, of course it did. I didn't see the health bar go down, but I think... Like, we didn't have any damage before this battle, so yes, of course we took damage. The Dunsparce. Alright, Mitsuma, you get like one last time in the spotlight before Ice Dinosaur comes in. The Dunsparce is so dumb. It's like, oh, people want Dunsparce to get an evolution? Okay, cool, just make it longer. Sorry for going on about it. Old news, I suppose that must have all been before your time. Okay. Thought I saw a sparkle over there, but it seems not. Ah, there's the... Is that the lake? Hold on. Is that not water? Or is that... Oh! Oh, there's the lighthouse that was on the map. So yeah, we're just really high up and looking like all the way out over here. Okay. Why does this one look all sparkly and stuff? Compared to the other ones? Oh no, they all look like that. No, they don't. Maybe that just means it's a higher level. I don't know. In any case, do we have a Snova yet? We don't. Will an Aqua Tail kill it? It will not. No. I'm not even attacking you, the confusion is gonna do nothing. Just get in the ball. Bruh. Ball in, get. There we go. Ba-ba-da. Snova berries. Seemingly curious about Pokemon, they gather around footsteps they find on snowy mountains. Now I know during one of the Christmas events there was a boss that was it was a tree ant type enemy, but it was like a Christmas tree. Is this what it was? Yes. Festive tree ant, but that's too long, so. Festive... Tree. Dog! Get out of here. I know I could have just jumped down, but like last time I kind of rushed through the snowy area because I just wanted to beat the gym and go have lunch. Like now I kind of want to have a look around. Did we? We did not. We did not catch a bear. Will this kill? It might. It won't. Perfect. Unfortunately, we already named the Cubchoo Maritimus, so we can't name this Maritimus as well. Which begs the question, what do we name this one? And right now I'm just sort of thinking Maritimus had a Halloween ult, so maybe I can just name it like H Maritimus or something. Bruh? Bruh. Because of the snow stopped, of course. Well, never mind. See little puffs of... Oh, that's the grievance spawning in under the snow. I did catch an Avalog, I'm pretty sure. This is my spot. If you want to camp, go find a spot of your own. Snova just stomping over. Fun time. Veluza, that was... What a psychic, I think? So yes, I will swap. Let me try and find a good camera angle. Crunch. Denende. Yeah, it's probably a good thing that I'm not doing like the big ol' 8-hour stream today because like I don't think I got enough sleep for that. Like it's only 9:30 and I can already start to feel it hitting me. I'll have to get some proper sleep tonight before work tomorrow. Oh, you're just here for a hike, not to camp? I'm just here to get around the other side of the mountain. No, I didn't mean it. Oops. Where's the take a nap routine? I'm not sleeping on stream. That is not a thing that is happening. I'm also not ending stream. I want to play a game. I want to play Pokemon. I think we've seen most of these, so I'll get back on my Poke Bike now. That goes to the town, and this goes to a trainer. That's right, I'm totally lost. Call a cab. They'll take you to somewhere that you'll actually... What? That's not what Taurus looks like. So I guess Paldean Taurus doesn't have an evolution, but it does have a form change? Huh? Interesting. Oh. Oh. Well, I mean, I still killed it, but... Miss Magius. Yeah, we'll switch out to Valerio. Get him out of here. And now the actual doors. Which I'll hand it back over to Poseidon for. Not the here comes Superman. Super Dolphin Man. Da-da-da-da-da. You're not lost at all, are you? Don't tell me you actually wanted to come out here. I mean, it's not my destination that's out here, but like, I'm passing through. Delivery! I'm a courier fan. I just like to dress up like this. What? Xavier. Okay. Flip turn back out to Mitsuba. Stone Edge, sure. Rock Slide is 75 and 90. Stone Edge is 100. Stone Edge is only 5 PP though. That's Flinch, and this is Heightened Critical. Flinch isn't gonna make much difference because, like, Mitsuba's slow. So I guess we'll go with this. Please sign here. Alright. Pokemon Center in the middle of nowhere. Now, I believe I saw a shiny, a sparkly thing for a raid while I was going off to battle that courier fan. So instead of slowly walking down the mountain, I think we're just gonna... Where is it? We're just gonna zoom! Zoom on over. And I see another one down there as well. Oh, Frostmoth. We don't have a Frostmoth yet. Oh, there's a trainer back now. Guess we'll go fight them as well. Frostmoth. It causes blizzards as it flies around with its huge, chill-emanating wings. Clean melt weather is its favorite thing to drink. Melt water is its favorite thing to drink. Okay. So what do I name this? There's not enough like ice things in Regalia. Kamui's male. Have I named any after Seamog yet? I don't think I have. Even though Seamog's a bird, it's still a water dragon, and it's a thing that flies. And like Seamog's like a mother dragon, and mother starts with moth. It's close enough. Not really, but you know. Anyway, raid. Psychic countdown. Let's get him. Will it be a one hit? Yes. Psychic's one of the ones that's hard for me to name because I can't think of any good words related to psychic. Psychic powers. Oh, maybe. Like to give Houndour a nickname? Yes. This is Hound Divine. Because divine can refer to like gods and stuff, but if you use it like a verb, then I believe it means to like predict the future, which works for psychic types. Hound Divine. Oh, we get another attempt at catching a polar bear. Bruh. Bruh. Okay, in that case, we want to try and get it down quickly while it's still asleep. Bruh! Why is Aquatail so inaccurate? What's its accuracy? It's 90 accuracy. It shouldn't be missing this off. It barely does any more than acrobatics. I'll just use acrobatics. Is there snow going on or something? Is that why? Ah, yeah, so it's snowing in the overworld. Oh, but snow just boosts the defense. Doesn't make it less accurate. Bruh? Why is nothing hitting? There we go. Now don't sleep again. Just let me catch you. There we go. Oh look, someone's playing Pokemon Unite. I haven't touched that game at all. I have no idea, like, how it all even works. Feared as the Snow White Demon in the northern lands, Beartic uses its frosty claws and fangs to attack prey. Yes. Now, how much of this can I fit? Oh, perfect. H. Maritimus, because Maritimus had a Halloween ult. And you know, that fits with Beartic being so feared. You know? I need more data. I've decided my research subject for the day. Allow me to collect some data on you. Ignacio. Like Ignacio, or however the hell it's supposed to be pronounced. Get out of there, Poseidon. Oh, does it have levitate? It probably does. Let's see the shadow moving frame by frame. Hypno. No, let's just stay in. Smack him. Muck. Now we will swap out. Because Psychic's good against poison. We haven't used Belladonna in a bit. I have to get a good camera angle here. Like where you can actually see the entire battle. Is that all of them? There we go. Why can't I seem to capture your data? Okay, now I believe I saw another raid over this way. Sparkly. But there was also this here place, which looks like the place you'd find a Gimmighoul. I didn't even see what that was. I hear it. Oh, that's not an item, that's a tinkle, tinkle, tink. There you are. There's another one. It's coming after me. Oh no. That's not what I meant to do. But I made free XP, so might as well. You know, I was really skeptical at first about how they were handling the story. With them like splitting the story off into like separate sections. But I think in the end it did end up working. I didn't mean to activate this yet. Rotatoto. I see you're almost at the 5th base. Hold up inside there is Team Star's last remaining squad. You fought well to make it this far. Thank you, Melody.
Melody, Cassiopeia.
So you made it as well, Clive.
Of course, it's the last base.
Hello, Chance of Sun. Welcome. It's nice having other quests and such to explore. Yeah. Yeah, I was worried how they were going to handle doing a story in an open world game, but like they handled it well.
I wouldn't want to miss out on the action.
Clive, I owe you my thanks. Your help has been invaluable to the operation. I'm sorry I was so wary of you at first.
Well, that's all water under the bridge. When we're finished the operation, when we're finished with this base, now will that be the end of Operation Starfall then?
Not quite. We still need to handle Team Star's secret mastermind last of all.
Do we have any leads on how to find them?
I'm hoping they'll come out in the open once all the squad bosses have stepped down.
I see.
We've come so far. Only a few more steps left. Don't let me down, either of you.
Cassiopeia's hung up? Alright. Thanks to you, Melody, I have slowly but surely come to understand Team Star. I know what I need to do, and I know what my final decision will be. For that I can't thank you enough. Take care on that base, Melody. Ah, sorry for getting all polite there. Don't know what came over me.
We're not doing the base yet. Why did it take me over here? I wanted to do the raid. Where did it go? Oh, that wasn't a town, that was the base. I'm dumb. Is that the raid I was at? I think it is. Yeah, we're not taking on the fairy place yet. I want to find my little ice dragon. 4-star, we've unlocked 4 stars, oh boy. Let's see if these actually pose a challenge or not. There we go. Oh no, it's got an axe in its head. We'll start off with a torch song to boost our special attack. Oh boy. Okay, we're starting to see the power of the veil. Oh, someone burned it. Nice. Don't know who did that, but oh, was that me? Okay. The burn thing showed up before I even did the attack, so I thought someone else did it. Oh, so I can just do that, huh? We'll do another torch song, why not? Boost. Give us the boosts. Yeah, not particularly challenging, but still, you know, not a complete sweep like Huh? Terastallize your Pokemon to stop Florges. Okay. Let me do it then. Oh. So if we don't, like, bust through its little thing there, then it'll heal, maybe? I don't know what it's warning us of. It just told us to terastallize. Or is it that, like, only a terastallized Pokemon can bust through that thing? I don't know. The game didn't explain anything. Yo, it's confused, let's go. Why don't the NPCs terastallize? To my, like, they didn't like Gigantamax or like Dynamax in the Radiant Sword and Shield, but that was because only one trainer could Dynamax per battle. But in this, to my understanding, each trainer can terastallize on their own if they want. So like, why don't the NPCs do it? There we go, let's go. Kinda had us on the ropes there for a bit. But we did it. Crystal Ball! There we go. Our first 4-star raid completed. Well, there's a Vespiquen. They say that flower gardens created by Florges are constantly showered with a power that can heal both body and spirit. Yes, we will give it a nickname. So it's steel type, so it's forges. Instead of like you would forge something out of metal. Genius. I think I have a combi. Yes, I do have a combi. But I don't have a... They attacked me to protect their queen. Get out of here. There's only one bee here that I'm concerning myself with. That's her. Okay, cool. Didn't KO. So... maybe Valerio? I'm trying to think who can attack it without killing it. Training Kiss, maybe? There we go, that's good, that's good, that's good. Bro. Don't poison the bread. We'll try a Great Ball. Right, how about an Ultra Ball? It matches your color scheme then. Is that better? Is that more to your liking? Yeah. It raises grubs in the holes in its body. It secretes pheromones to control combi. So it's a ruler. It commands stuff. Gonna name it Auriga. She's the ruler of the city of Grams, and also the Auspex, I think, of the Northern Church. You know, that's close enough. Have I already named something Auriga? I might have. We've caught so many things at this point, I'm gonna start forgetting, like, what names I've already used and what I haven't. Right, so first heal, then we go off to the marker where I put for the dragon dude. Zero okay. This counts as a new area. Right, off we go. What's that? Just a Flabébé. Or no, that's a Floette. I think I already have that entire line. I don't have a jump off yet though. Alright, what can I use that won't kill it? That, apparently. Get in the ball. Do you want me to hit you once more? Will that help? Will this kill it? It might. It won't. Let's go. I'm not battled. Get in the ball. Bro, it's a freaking jumper. How hard could it be to catch? There we go. Just had to use an Ultra Ball. Jump off. Beware its cotton spores. If you accidentally breathe them in, you'll be racked with coughs and itches. In that case, why don't I name it after the dragon that spreads like poison? Does it spread poison or does it just spread disastrous winds? Let me check what it does. Where are you? Because from its design it looks like it spread disaster. It bursts disaster. Destruction and disease his storms carry. Perfect. It's Pazuzu. Slowly but surely, we're filling it all in. Do we have a Chansey yet? We don't have a Chansey yet. It's trying to make a break for it. Get back here. I'll go for this one instead. Okay. Get him. Alright, maybe acrobatics won't kill it in one hit then. A Chansey notice. I thought Chansey were bulky. Focus punch. Oh, we are losing a fighting type, so. Oh, but Focus Punch is dumb. I don't like Focus Punch. Let's just try using a Click Ball. See if that'll work. Don't even attack it. There we go. Chansey is caught. It walks carefully to prevent its egg from breaking. However, it is extremely fast at running away. I'm gonna name it after the shopkeeper lady, because she's like... This is a weird association. However... So the Pokemon... Chansey is like the assistant to like the Pokemon Center ladies. Right? And so... In Pokemon Masters, there's a trio of Pokemon Center ladies. They're basically like your shopkeepers and your assistants and whatnot. And the equivalent to those ladies in Dragalia Lost was Nina. So that's why I'm naming this Chansey Nina. These associations are getting worse and worse. Anyway, there was something I was looking at over here, I'm pretty sure. before I got distracted by a Chansey. Alright, I was looking to see whether the evolution of like Pormot is here or whatever. But I don't think so. No, the final evolution isn't here. I came here to join Team Star. Well, they're down that way. They're not up here. La Vesta. Hit him with that arm panel. Is that a Hoppip in the background? Okay, there we go. It was just running into a wall. Oh no, how do we deal with the electric? I guess I'll just send out Tsukiyomi because it's still, even if it can't hit them with its ground moves, it is still immune to electric types, so, you know, it works. And I'll just have to use other moves, like Sludge Wave. Yeah. If I can't even defeat a regular old student, will I even make the cut for Team Star? I thought Team Star were all made up of students. You're not a student. Why are you trying to join Team Star? Oh, Lurantis and Fomantis. I actually have a shiny Fomantis. I never ended up evolving it. It's just sitting in my Pokemon home. Ayy. But now we're gonna have to come up with a name for this one. So many things to name. Many trainers give their Fomantis their own flower pots so they can sunbathe in peace and quiet. Sickle grass. Okay. What are we going to name you after? Let's check the adventurer grid. It's female. Oh, where was her? What was her name? Where is she? Linyo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Name it after her. She's a wind adventurer, and also she just fits the general look of Fomantis. More so Lurantis, but close enough. Where'd Lurantis go? Well, guess we're not catching the evolved one. Oh, we're back in the area where all these guys are, huh? Oh, that is Ah, thank you for the redeem fee. Stretch. And no, not that. No, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to do that. Come back. I meant to do this. Will I ever remember the right button combinations? Who knows? And anyway, this is that. I believe this is Is it? No, okay, it's just a dark raid. I thought like, oh, it's a black crystal, it's sparkling red. Is that one of the 7-star Charizard raids? No, it's just a dark raid. Anyway, what's good against dark again? Fairy's good against dark. Ah, Silicobra. I think I have a name picked out already. Eh? I was like, really? It only did that much damage? I thought this was a 1-star, and then boom. I love the raid music. It's so good. Radio. Silicobra. It is now Cinecobra. Because sinister. Because it's dog type, it's sinister. Poison Terror Shard. Yeah, you know what, sure. Let's go down, do that raid as well, and then we'll climb back up. And just head. Why is there an ice skew on the beach? So what is that? Oh, that's a Wug Trio. Well, I won't get too distracted. I'll just do the raid and then we'll go back in the direction I was looking in. A Grass Hatena. It's really just an excuse to get to hear the music more. There we go, we already won. I wonder... Like, I don't think they've explicitly confirmed DLC for Scarlet and Violet yet. But, like, if Sword and Shield is anything to go on, we're probably going to get an expansion for the game instead of a third version like we used to get. So I'm curious whether we're going to get something like the raid dens that we got in Sword and Shield, in the Crown Tundra, where you can get, like, the legendaries and stuff. Screw it. Just do the first thing that comes to my mind. Hatrina. Because it's grass, it's tree. Right, now, let's just head in the direction of my marker and then look for any caves there. Because I do still want to do the Fairy Boy take on the last Team Starbase in this stream. But I also want to find my little ice dragon. So let's climb our way back up. Just make a beeline directly for it. Okay, so I put my marker like... Huh? Can I not grip onto that? Okay. How about here then? Bruh! Oh, and now it's letting me grip onto that same surface that it made me slip down before, of course. I'm kind of I saw a cave down there back when we were on the beach. Maybe that... Because it said it spawned in caves. I did not mean to... Oops. You know what, let's just run. I don't feel like fighting you today. Okay. I'm just gonna remove the marker off my map. We're in the right spot now. So, we're looking for a cave. Ah! Probably not the best way to do that. Let's go up to the source of the waterfall. Oh, hey, Dreadnought. Alright, so... Wrong button. Oh, and only... It isn't! It isn't the pseudo-legendary, because it only has one evolution. Interesting. I don't like that it doesn't let you zoom in. So yeah, it just... the random area above... Yeah, I know we went and flew all the way up here, but I get the feeling that that little cave that I saw and then proceeded to ignore so I could climb up the mountain, that may have been what I was looking for. So we're gonna go back down again. But not before we grab this item. Because it mentioned that it rarely appears, so it's going to be a rare one, but also that it lives in caves. And wouldn't you know it, there's a cave here. Oh, that's the bird. The electric bird. Wait. Get down here. Killer Wattrel. Oh, it's faster than me, of course it is. This was one I was considering putting on my team for a while, but I don't think I'm going to. It's cool, but not cool enough. But cool enough that I'm going to stop by and catch it. No. Bulky ball. Hey. Ah, but what do I name it? Oh, you know, I'll just name it after, like, the original wind dragon that is also a bird. It uses the throat sac to store electricity generated by its wings. There is hardly any oil in its feathers, so it is a poor swimmer. Oh wait, it's female. Is that dragon a female? I don't think it is. It's not. Okay, that's the problem. I know there's bird enemies. Not eagle, apparently. Is it a hawk? Oh wait, a hawk's just gonna lead me to frickin' the character named Hawk. Falcon, maybe? No, okay. Okay, what do I name this thing? What if I just pull up a random level and look for the names of bird enemies? See if they've actually recorded, if the wiki has actually recorded what enemies appear in what levels. Pull it up. Enemies. Okay, this is wind. Oh, but even if it's wind, I can still see what enemies are there. It'll give me an idea of the name. No, this is just slimes and goblins. I apologize for messing around looking for names. But like, I want... Okay, what if I just search like a new tab? Dragalia lost bird enemy. No, that doesn't come up with anything. Oh! Right, Yoshitsune, the worm leader of the worm clan leader of the rooster clan. We can name it after her. She has a bird. She's bird related. She fights using a gun. Oh wait, it's gonna stop me because the name contains shit, doesn't it? Hold on. There we go, Yoshitsune. Cool beans. Now where'd the cave go? It's there, however there's also an item over here. Also, I should probably revive you. Let me just do some auto heal as well. Okie dokie, cave time. I immediately see something sparkly. Alright, what type are you? Oh no, he's got an axe in his head. Steel type Pomo. Let's turn out of there. It's my level, but it was still fine. Alright, presumably it will stop me from just straight up KOing it. Bruh. The answer is yes. And I think I can just go with the most blatantly obvious name for this one. As soon as I catch it. Oh, critical capture. Yeah. More level ups. Poor metal. Ah, okay, I'll get off my thing now. Okay, this isn't... Well, either it's just very rare here, or, you know... Can y'all get out of the way? Really? A Hydra Pump wasn't enough to kill him? Okay. Wild Pokemon is starting to catch up to us. Anyway. I guess it wasn't down in this cave here. Is that... No, that's Pinkachin. We'll still catch a Pinkachin, why not? I thought it was a Pyukamoku. This Pokemon is so timid that even brushing up against seaweed will make it discharge electricity in surprise. Its lips do not conduct electricity. And it's female again, because of course it is. Screw it. It's electric. It discharges electricity. I'm just gonna name it after one of the android characters. Arene. There we go. Now, I need to go looking for a cave. I was about to question what Nackley was doing here, but I guess it's supposed to be sea salt. Blessy! Blessy is not as bulky as I thought it was. So where would we find these caves? I want to find my little dude. I know he's rare, but I still want it. Maybe I'll just have to look up a guide or something. Oh, a cave. How? How did that count as me running into him? Oh, does snow warning now... Wait, did they remove hail? I don't think I've seen hail. And now snow warning, which would normally trigger hail, is instead triggering snow. Did they remove hail? Interesting. Oh, and Delibird. We haven't got a Delibird yet. Will this kill? It might. It will. Okay. I think I've hit a point where I should just start using quick balls instead of trying to weaken them. Ice Cave. There are no Pokemon in here. Oh. Ice Cave. That's the end of the Ice Cave. There's nothing in here. Dang it. Now we know there are ice caves around the place. We just need to find them. And maybe in one of them my little dude will be hiding. Check over here. Could it be down there? Oh, I can't open up the menu while I'm on a wall. Is that a cave, or is that just a weird shading? That's a cave. This seems like the kind of place it would spawn. However, it's rare. So, it's not here. Eh? Oh, hello. Oh, this is its baby form, probably. Frigibax, yeah. And then evolves... So it probably is the pseudo-legendary, then. Just quick bullet. Wait, it's a male. I want a female one. Shoot. I have reasons. Trust me. Let me leave it. I'll probably still... I should probably still catch it just for the Pokedex and like it can sit in my box or something. If I go out and back in, does that... No, I didn't go far enough for them to respawn. I think I'll catch this one just for the dex. And it can just sit in the box and stuff. But I want a female one for my team, for reasons, because I have a name picked out already. Alternatively, I can just take it down. If it doesn't want to stay in the ball. So maybe if I just clear out this cave, new things will spawn. And then I can just use, like, EXP candies to get it back up to the level of the rest of my team. Protect, really? Really? In single battles, Protect is just stalling. Yeah, eat shit. Okay. Now, will new things spawn or do I have to leave and come back? New things have spawned. Hello. Are you woman? You are not woman. Maybe I should look up what's the gender ratio on this. Are there female Octobaxes? Or Frigibaxes? Okay, yeah, half male, half female. Okay. So in that case, just get rid of them. I'm glad we found the cave, though. We ran around in circles for a bit, like I'm doing right now, but we got there. We got there. Anyone here? Doesn't look. Okay, maybe we'll step outside for a little. Give them a chance to respawn. Thing up here, just a total. What the hell are Salandits doing up here on an icy mountain? Hello? So, are you lost? I think you might be lost. This is not a volcano, my dude. Get him out of here so the Frigibax can spawn. Salandit gas. Okay. What? What is... Huh? There is a Bagon clipping through this wall. Are you okay, my dude? I don't think he's okay. Let me put him out of his misery. There we go. We'll break you out. Be quick and merciful, yes. Alright, anyone else want to spawn, or do I need to run around outside for a bit? Okay. Anything worth looking at out here? Snow ramp. Anyone? Oh, there's one. Is it woman? Is it female? It is male. 50-50 my frickin' ass. Come on. Oh, then. Well, good. I was gonna fight it anyway. Might as well. Might as well get it over quickly. Digiback scales and Diglett dirt. Right, that's everything in here cleared out. I'm gonna walk outside a bit again. It's free XP, might as well. We need to waste some time while more Pokemon spawn inside the cave anyway. Get him! Okay, anything up this side? No, they're all scared of me now. Okay, what's in the cave now? Has anything spawned? Or did I not spend enough time outside? I don't think anything has spawned yet. Okay. It's right over to that opposite peak over there. For a second I was like, what? Are those like giant snoms? But no, that's just a bush. There's nothing up here. There's a delibird. Did I end up catching a delibird? I don't think I did. I did not. Let's use a quick ball. Alright, now what can I use against you that won't kill you? The answer is probably nothing, but might as well try. Okay. Alright, anyone in here? Oh, the evolved form. And it's a female. Quick ball, go. Critical capture. Let's go. I should have caught the other ones though for the Pokedex. Oops. I'll come back for those another time. It attacks with the blade of its frozen dorsal fin. by doing a front flip in the air. Oh, it's perfect. Arctobax's strong back legs allow it to pull off this technique. So I'm slightly cheating with this one. This is Fjorm, my favorite character from Fire Emblem Heroes, who appeared in Dragalia Lost as part of the first Fire Emblem Heroes crossover event. And guess what? She uses a lance made of ice, and one of her skills has her do a frickin' front flip with it, which is exactly what Arctobax does. It's perfect. Welcome to the team, Fjorm. Please let your evolution be cool. Alright, let's give her some candies to get her up to where we're at. Actually, let me check. What's the evolution requirement? Oh, it's just levels. But it evolves at level 54, so we won't see what the final evolution is. Oh no, it might. Yeah, because we're all like level 50, 56-ish. Takedown? Sure, what have you got actually? Dragon Breath, Focus Energy, Bite, and Ice Fang. We'll replace Focus Energy because I don't use that. $46. Ice Beam, let's go. It has more attack than special attack, but still. Ice Beam is still powerful. I'll get rid of Bite just because I have other biters on my team. Or a other biter, I guess. $50. Crunch. We might use Crunch instead of Takedown, actually. Yeah. Oh, what's its ability? Thermal Exchange. Boost the attack when hit by a fire move and cannot be burned. Interesting. Although it isn't, I was gonna say, but it's weak to fire, isn't it? No, it's not, because it's part dragon type. $53. This should get us to around 55. And wants to learn Icicle Crash. Icicle Crash is physical, right? Yes. User attacks by crashing icicles onto the target may cause them to flinch. Call is 65, 90, 85. May leave it frozen, may flinch. Okay, I think we'll get it instead of Ice Beam because its attack is way higher than its special attack. Here we go. What's the final evolution look like? The face is a little weird, but I can vibe with it. It's just Baxcalibur? Like Excalibur? I'm down with this. I can vibe with this. I like the middle evolution the best, but I can vibe with this. It launches itself into battle by flipping upside down and spewing frigid air from its mouth. It finishes off its opponents with its dorsal blade. Nice. Glaive Rush. Ooh, a dragon type move. Throws its entire body in a reckless charge. It attacks from opposing Pokemon during the next turn, cannot miss, and will inflict double damage. Okay. So it's like a super powerful attack, but it also leaves you open. This is a special move, so we'll replace that. Alright. I guess that's that. We are fully replacing Mitsuba with Fjorm. Now that that's settled, let's go take on the actual objective for today. That's the wrong button. I do feel a little bad about replacing Mitsuba. But I like Baxcalibur more than I do Garganacl. So I'm like, okay. And we don't have an Ice type, we don't have a Dragon type. It's Dual type, unlike most of the new Pokemon in Paldea. And it's probably the pseudo-legendary, so you know. That's good. I've only defeated one, okay. Could have sworn I did more, I guess maybe they didn't count. Why not? Is it because I'm on a slight slope? Anyway, Team Star time. But first, such beauty. Such beauty, only for it to be marred with ugly piles of junk. I can't stand it. Oh, why do I still have Tsukuyomi in the lead? I should switch back to Poseidon. Actually, let's give Fjorm her debut battle. Haha, you fool! Yeah! Let's go! And then just crunch it. Yes, yes, crunch it with your tail. Perfect animation. Yuta wants to learn Fire Blast. Oh boy. Fire Blast. One, but it has a lower accuracy though, and much less PP. Do I need Hyper Voice? It's normal type, that doesn't really help us with anything. Yeah, let's get rid of Hyper Voice. Feed Desiree. Sorry, I guess I shouldn't have taken out my frustration on you. What piles of garbage are you even talking about? Is that one of Team Star's bases? I guess they must have put a lot of... Ah, okay. So she was complaining about this here base. Speaking of though, what am I going to bring? Cause Poison's good against Fairy, and I think Fire as well. And Steel. But I don't have Steel. Poison, Fire... I don't have anything else good against them. I guess I'll just bring my own Fairy as well. Where's the front gate? Here? No? Is that the... Where is the front gate? No, get away from me. Ah, over here.
I will return later when it is time for the young master's piano lesson. Until then, please give him my regards.
Yes, Mr. Harrington.
Hmm. And who might you be, young lady? A friend of the young master, perhaps?
Not sure.
I see. Since you seem unaware, I must inform you that this is the base of Team Star's ferry crew. The Ruchba squad.
I'm sure these names mean something, but I have no idea what.
Led by young Master Ortega.
Mr. Harrington, I don't think we're supposed to be giving out that information.
No? Then please accept my apologies. Do you have any idea who this young lady might be?
She's no friend of ours. You know, I think she might be here to try and take us on.
Understood. In that case, I take it you're an adversary of the young master.
I guess that follows.
Is that so? Well, then it leaves me one last thing to ask you.
Huh?
Would you be so kind as to indulge me in a quick battle?
Okay.
Splendid. Then let us begin.
Why are we standing so far apart? Dark Fairy, so I should still be weak to poison. Yeah, baby. Hatram. We will switch. We'll put Newton in. Like, why? Alright, because fire. Duh. The doy. I was like, why did I have him out the lead? Wait, he doesn't have a dark type move. What am I even saying? Dark isn't effective against Fairy. Fairy's effective against Dark. I'm a dumbass. Just target their psychic type.
Well, well. An outstanding performance. However, be aware that young Master Ortega's battle prowess far surpasses my paltry skills. You would do well to take care. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Hasta la vista. That gentlemanly guy used to be the director of the academy, I think. At least that's what I heard. Now he's like tutoring the boss or something. He shows up here sometimes to take the boss to his lessons. Hang on, why am I explaining this to you? There's no doubting you're here to make trouble, so I gotta let everyone know. Hasta la vista! I still hate that catchphrase. Ratatato! I see the guard has been dealt with. Good job. That base belongs to Team Star's ferry crew, the Ruchba squad. Their boss, Ortega, is the mechanic of the team. He may be the youngest of the bosses, but his battle skills are no joke. Underestimate him, and things will go south for you quickly. He's also a real lead from the back type. He gets his grunts to do all the dirty work for him. But his weak point is his short fuse. Get him good and angry and he'll march out of the front lines and deal with you himself. In terms of tactics, there's nothing else for it but to take down all the lackeys he sends your way. Just tough it out until Ortega shows up and go from there. I like that Cassiopeia, describes all their personalities and, explains what tactics would work best against them. But, the tactic is exactly the same. Just beat all the grunts until they come out. Ring the bell on the gates once you're ready to kick off this phase of the operation. Time to wipe the Ruchba squad off the map.
Let's go. Beep. Even smaller stars can light up the sky when they shine together as constellations. We're the last bastion of Team Star, losing isn't an option. Hey kid, you listening? If you beat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, we'll call the boss out to deal with you. How's that for hospitality? Over. Okie dokie. Oh, perfect. Fairy skill. Perfect match for you. Valerio, you just do your best. Oh, the Jigglypuff are flying. Oh, Fido. Cute. This one seems like a lot more open than the other bases. It's just a big open field for us to run around in. Yeah, look at this. Our guys are barely hurt compared to the fighting squad. I was like, where's the rest of the dudes? I can't see anything. Our defenses are breached. It's all up to the boss now. Here comes the fairy mobile. Of course it's pink and decorated with lots of hearts. Ortega. Huh, so you're Melody. Okay. Talk about underwhelming. I was expecting someone, I don't know, a little more beefed up. Well, whatever. I don't care who you are. Not like I'm gonna lose to you anyway. If you think fairy types are all about cuteness, you're in for a nasty surprise. So I guess he's gonna use non-cute fairy types, or he's gonna send out cute fairy types but then surprise us by having them actually also be tough or something. He uses luxury balls. Okay, never mind about the non-cute stuff. I promise I'll play nice, so don't blame me when this battle sends you blubbering back home. Level 50. So yeah, we probably were supposed to take on the fighting one last. Ah, water absorb, hell yeah. I was worried about going up against a water type, but I guess I should have paid closer attention to what Tsukiyomi's ability was. Wigglytuff. Yeah, let's switch. I want to save Tsukiyomi for the final so that I can terrestrialize it. Wigglytuff is just... No, it's normal fairy. Ah, the music's so good. How many Pokemon? 4. Okay. Let's just go straight for the Fire Blast, why not? Boom. They make the kanji a lot more obvious in this one. Oopsie, did you just realize how outmatched you are? If you want to give up, now's the time. Bro, you did like less than 20 damage to me. Or... Hold on, my math is wrong. Is it? No, it is. It isn't.
Less than 20. Get him! There goes Wigglytuff. Math strikes again. Dash bun. Okay, absolutely not leaving out Yun. Tsukuyomi time. Dash bun. Go with the poison jab first. Crunch. And then just finish it off with an earthquake, why not? Oh no, not my defense. Just cause a localized earthquake on top of car. And here comes the car. What the heck? Why is my team on the ropes? That's totally not fair. Oh, that's Misty Surge. Because of its, because it's a fairy. Hold on. Misty Surge just prevents Dragon type moves, right? Yeah, no status conditions and damage from Dragon type moves are halved. Okay. Cool, so I won't waste time on the poison jab then. Here we go! Oh! Steel Roller. That's a clever combo. Steel Roller is a very powerful move, but it only works if there's a terrain. So it having an ability that sets up a terrain, so it can then immediately use Steel Roller, that's a pretty good combo. Confuse Ray? Bruh. Magical killer. Yeah, so I guess all the talk moves are just the giving Reviverm access to all of the Team Star types. So I wonder if those are moves it can learn normally. Yeah, just use another Sludge Wave, why not? Or whether those are exclusive to the boss battle. Nice go! Get him! Yeah, baby! And that's all of the main type objectives completed. How could I lose? What the heck? Yo, they said heck in a Pokemon game. About a year and a half ago. What the heck? It's you for... No. The toy car didn't budge an inch, huh? I told you, it's not a toy. It's called the Starmobile, and I was up all night building it. The problem is clearly that we're not given enough juice. We designed this thing to be powered by 2 Charcadet, but it's just too heavy. That's such a shame. I wanted to see the looks of our bullies' faces once we got it moving. I'm sorry. I really thought it could work.
Come, good fellow, 'tis no occasion for melancholy. Why, to make such a remarkable contraption by thine own hand. Genius, thy name is Ortega.
Yeah, well, there's no point if it doesn't work, is there? If I knew all that effort would have zero payout, I'd just have asked Mother to buy a car for us. Spoiled rich kid. See, this is why people don't take you seriously. You say some stupid things, you know that? What?
Mela, cooler, will ya? Would ya?
Yeah, how about no? I mean, even if we put... we even put this in the code, for crying out loud. When we started Team Star, we swore to quit relying on our parents or bags of cash to fix our problems for us. Or did you forget? If that hunk of junk don't move, get it moving. If we're short on juice, you just gotta crank up the power somehow. It doesn't take a genius, man. It's easy for you to say, Melly. Do you have an actual plan? Yeah, I'm gonna... the frickin' woke cycle. I'm gonna train on my Charcadet and have them evolve. Their boosted firepower will get the Starmobile moving, no sweat.
But the hour of Operation Star is nigh at hand. Will you succeed in time?
Oh, I'll get it done. Melly, wait!
You know, Mela shoots her mouth off an awful lot, but she means well. I know.
God, this sucks. And then they ended up using Rev-of-Room instead. This sucks. I hate myself for losing, but I also can't get over how awesome you were in that battle. If any of us squad bosses are defeated, that means we have to step down. And going against our code would make me a traitor to the team. Fine. Not like I have a choice anyway. So take the badge already. You better treat it with the respect it deserves. And we still get the handshake. I'm not done yet. Here's my favorite TM2. Feel free to marvel at how awesome it is. Dazzling Gleam. And just so you know, you are the worst, like, the most annoying person ever. But I get it, you're super strong. I'll admit that much. You even busted up my Starmobile.
Young Master Ortega.
Mr. Harrington. I guess it's time for my piano lesson, huh? As it happens, I just lost my boss title, so I'm all good to head on home.
Ah, actually, a different matter brought me. There's somebody I would like you to meet. He's a distant acquaintance of mine. The name's Clive.
Okay. What's your business here?
I want you to tell me something. You're the son of a wealthy family and heir to a major apparel company. So why join a group like Team Star?
What a question to ask someone you've just met. Well, the answer's the same as everyone else in the team. It's because I was being bullied.
So the Academy really did have an issue with bullying.
Who would guess, right? The school is all rainbows and butterflies these days. And the bullies from back then don't even go to the Academy anymore.
Why? What happened to them? As the former director of the Academy, I believe I am best positioned to answer that question.
Mr. Harrington.
About 18 months ago, the members of Team Star confronted the bullies who used to bully them, and an altercation broke out between the groups. Though it did not escalate into a major incident, the altercation nonetheless caused a scandal of hitherto unknown proportions. As a result of what occurred that day, the students who had perpetrated the bullying dropped out of the academy, one after another. But there aren't any records of that anywhere in the academy. No, I should imagine not. My former deputy deleted all records of the incident, you see.
Good lord. The amount of corruption here.
What? Why would anyone do that?
Just as I was puzzling over how best to deal with Team Star in the aftermath of the incident, a certain student came to see me. The student declared that they would take all responsibility for the team's actions. In exchange, they requested that I exonerate the other students of Team Star from any blame. Huh? No one told me that! I accepted the request and agreed not to take disciplinary action against Team Star. Then I assigned 18 months overseas study to the student who took responsibility for the team. It's Penny. It's Penny. That's why she wasn't coming to school.
A year and a half studying abroad.
It was not intended as punishment, you understand. Team Star were the victims, after all. I wanted this student to take some rest, so I had them return home to the Galar region. Under the pretext of overseas study. I should have been giving Penny a British accent this entire time. Okay. Around that time, however, the former deputy director took it upon himself to erase all traces of the incident from the Academy's servers. It appears his intent was to shield himself from any blame.
So he tried to cover up the whole thing? That's terrible.
After we discovered what he has done, I dealt with him appropriately, of course. But the inability of myself and the rest of the teaching staff to prevent this terrible act also represented a grave blunder on our part. I accepted the blame that lay at my feet and resigned from my position as director. The rest of the teaching staff joined me in handing in their notice. Wow, so this entire incident resulted in the entire staff of the academy resigning, and presumably a whole new wave of teachers being hired. Okay, it's amazing they didn't just shut down the school entirely.
So that's why the current teachers were all brought in a year and a half ago.
I understand my actions have caused you a great deal of trouble. You have my sincere apologies. Hang on, Mr. Harrington. How come you suddenly decided to just talk about this now?
Young Master Ortega, Team Star cannot carry on in its current fashion. I merely wish to give you a chance to chart a better course.
There's no way I'm abandoning my friends and going to school without them. Not after we've come this far.
Your friends in Team Star must mean a great deal to you.
Isn't that obvious? It's because, you know, they're my greatest treasure in the whole world. Righty then. Ratatata? Ratatata. Melody, it's me. Did you do it? Did you claim Ortega's star badge? Let me just nod at my phone. She's probably looking at me through my webcam anyway, through my phone's camera rob. You know, since she's hacked it and all. With its boss no longer around, the Rich Boss squad is as good as finished. So Ortega was the last. All 5 squad bosses have now been toppled from their pedestals. I imagine they'll leave Star before long now that they've lost their special positions. After that, they should be back to attending classes at the academy.
Nice work out there, Melanie.
Is that Clive I hear?
Cassiopeia. Well done to you too.
Thanks. Now, about your award, Melody. I'll transfer some LP over to your phone, as promised. And multi-yams.
Oh, that reminds me, I'm doing the whole supply unit rep thing this time, right?
Indeed, you can go ahead and give Melody her bonus reward now. At long last, Operation Starfall has entered its final stage. There's only one thing left on the agenda. You must defeat the big boss, and have Team Star disband for good. How though? Don't worry, there's no need to search them out. The true identity of the big boss is none other than me. Okay. So they confused me a bit by saying like, oh, we have to take down the big boss. We need to lure them out into the open. I guess that was just to throw us off their trail. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep it from you for so long, but the right moment never came. I'm the one who formed Team Star. Back then, the members of the team were my closest friends. I treasured them more than anything. If they go on like this, Team Star won't do any good for anyone. They've got to give it up, so I'm using the code we made together to force them to disband. Melody, I'll be waiting for you in the schoolyard after dark. You should come as well, Clive.
Understood.
Then I'll see you both there.
So Cassiopeia was the big boss at Team Star this whole time. I scarcely thought it possible. With this revelation, I think I might just have an inkling as to their true identity.
I mean, I knew what their true identity was the moment they hacked my phone.
Seems we'll find our answers after dark at the Academy's schoolyard. Let's prepare as best we can before heading over.
Let's go. That's the wrong button. That is also the wrong button. Let's head on over to the Pokemon Center in Messagoza. I'm gonna do this before I do the Pokemon League stuff, because I mean there's more of a story here. I'm more invested in this than I am in Nemona getting a rival. It is currently after dark, so hopefully I get there before the sun rises. And I'm gonna quickly switch Finizen into the lead. Oh man, look at those low frame rate people in the background. Not Finizen, Palafin. Finizen's just their secret identity. Up the stairs we go. So we have to go inside and then... there's Clive. He'll lead us to the place. Quote-unquote Clive.
Sup, Melody?
Clive?
Yep, that's my name. Actually, no. It's time for me to bring this little performance to an end. Allow me to reveal my true identity.
Haha!
I do apologize for deceiving you with my disguise. In truth, the boy you knew as Clive was none other than the director of Uva Academy, Mr. Clavel.
I already know that.
What? But my disguise was perfect! Although now that I think about it, I did neglect to keep up my youthful act on a few occasions.
That must have been what gave me away.
Regardless, there is still one more astonishing truth I must reveal to you. The true identity of Cassiopeia, the big boss of Team Star, was me all along.
That's impossible.
Honest to goodness. When you heard Cassiopeia over the phone, it was actually a pre-recorded voice. I pulled it off using, one of those high-tech gizmos. Oh yes, it was very clever. So, Miss Melody, now that you know I am the big boss, that means there's just one thing left to do. Face me in one final showdown to decide it all.
Oh, we're actually fighting Clavel. I'm guessing what's happening here is that Clavel has realized that Penny is actually Cassiopeia, and he's trying to take the fall for her so that he can deal with this in private. I am Cassiopeia of Team Star. With this battle, I will finally bring Operation Starfall to an end. So he's trying to intervene so that, he can deal with Penny in private and, not get her in trouble for any of this. But we're not going to let that happen, because we know the truth. What? Alright, because it's frickin' psychic. It's normal, rather. Kick his butt, kill them all. Haha, you fool. Allow me to crunch you. Okay then.
Oh, my man's got 6. 6 Pokemon. Get crunched. Look at that low frame rate student walking by. Oh no, Valerio's asleep. Houndoom, perfect. Time for Poseidon to come back in. Is he just adjusting his glasses the entire time here? Oh. Why'd you have to go and get a critical? Yeah, we are no longer over leveled. He is now above us. A bonus snow. Perfect for Yuden. Oh. Let's just go straight for the Fire Blast. It's 4 times effective. Ain't no way this isn't a one-hit KO. Poltergeist. Ghost, so I guess we'll just leave out... Yuden. Hit him with that Shadow Ball. Not enough for a one-hit KO. But he's too busy using a stat move. Oh, but this'll up speed, won't it? Attack. Special attack. Speed. Okay, so he might actually get a hit in. Yes, he will. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, time for Fume to make her debut. Oh, yeah baby. Wait. Amoonguss. Is grass weak to ice? I feel like it should be. Grass type. Battle properties. Wait for the image to load. Wow, grass is resisted by a lot of stuff. And it is weak to ice. Perfecto. Fume gets to show off some more. Nice, nice. Spore. Is that the one that puts me to sleep? Bruh. Piss off with that. Let me just check. Did I read Thermal Exchange right? Boost if it's hit by fire. Then why did it say... Didn't it say like, hey, it activated and like, oh, Fume is not affected by this? Oh, it used Will-O-Wisp. Right. So it probably used Will-O-Wisp to try and inflict a burn, but because of Thermal Exchange, I can't be burned. Okay, makes sense. Wake up, please, Fume. You know what, let's just use an Awakening. Or... Do I have an Awakening?
Yes. Wakey wakey. Time for school. Oh, the sun has risen. Oh! Remember how I said, like, oh, no one's using the third starter, so, like, oh, I never get to see what it is. He's using it! But it's water type. Which is a problem, because I don't have anything that's good against water. Let's just send in Belladonna, why not? But I don't know what its secondary type is. Maybe water fighting? Because people are like, oh, it's like a sailor. Huh. To think that I, Cassiopeia, would be backed into a corner like this. Quaquaval. Oh, Carnival! Okay. That is not what I thought it would be at all. I thought it was going to be like a buff sailor dude. I guess I could have vibed with this if I liked, went with Quaxley, but I do think I like my choice of starter the best. It's like, what type would it be? Water Fairy? We already got a Water Fairy starter. Would they go with Water Fairy again? Very well, it seems I shall have to terrestrialize my Pokemon. So I guess all of the starters have a thing just floating around them. Skeledirge has his little bird. The Meowscarada has the... Okay, it's not weak to Psychic, so it's not Fighting type. Do take a step back, please. This may get dangerous. Aqua Step. Meowscarada has the weird floating leaf behind it. And Quaquaval has all these water teardrop feathers floating around. I guess I'll just Psychic it again. Because I'm gonna die anyway. So we have a singer, a dancer, and a phantom thief. One of these is not like the others. Guess we'll get Fjorm to go in with it. Let's see its signature move. Frick. So it's not Fighting type, but it knows Break Break. Okay. Rude. Acrobatics. Speed. Speed. Why is it faster than all my Pokemon? That's not good. I just need someone to survive long enough to get hit off on it. This is not good. If worse comes to worse, I'll just have to revive Belladonna, because why did you use Brick Break? If you used like the Aqua Step, you probably would have killed me. Okay, Tsukuyomi takes another win for us.
How strong you have grown.
We did it. Now where's the real Cassiopeia?
Well now, Miss Melody, it seems you have grown quite splendidly over the course of your treasure hunt. And here, once again, I must apologize. I am not actually Cassiopeia. Though Clive and myself being the same person was no lie, mind you, Cassiopeia's true identity remains hidden, but I believe I can hazard a guess as to who they may be. That is why I sought to spare you from having to confront them in battle. Their sorrows should not be yours to bear. However, Cassiopeia has settled on a course of action, and is determined to see it through. I do not imagine any ordinary student could stand against them and win. So I challenged you in battle to test your skill. If you had lost, it would have fallen to me to bring down Cassiopeia. Such was my resolve. But it turns out you are as strong as you are kind. If anyone has a chance of saving that poor child, it is surely you. As an educator, it shames me to burden one of my students with such a task. But please, defeat Cassiopeia, take on the big boss of Team Star and win. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I leave this in your hands.
You there, what do you think you're doing?
Ah, Miss Time, a pleasure to see you.
It's no pleasure at all, Mr. Clavel. Wait, is this... Wait, hold on. Hold on. The other one was Rhyme, right? Yes. Are they sisters? Yeah! I come here to investigate reports of illicit battling on school grounds, and what do I find? Why, the director of the academy himself, facing off against one of our students, no less. What were you thinking?
No, if I could just explain. You see, it is a rather sad tale.
Oh, spare me. Your excuses reek worse than a stunky's behind. A stunky's behind?
Remember, the big boss asked us to meet them in the schoolyard after dark. I'm counting on you, Miss Melody.
You'll write a letter of apology to the students and faculty at once, and I'll report this to the chairwoman of the school board, make no mistake. Good gracious, no, anything but that, I implore you. Now, we need to come back at night. Problem is, I don't know if there's a way to automatically progress the time. They're finally getting through all the notifications. I was thinking, like, are we strong enough to take on... what's his face? Why don't we try? There's no harm in trying while we wait for nightfall. Arvin, that's who I was trying to talk about. Because we're obviously not going to go and complete the entire Elite Four while we're waiting for Penny. Especially not when it's getting close to lunchtime. But we'll see if we can beat Arvin. We'll take on Penny and presumably clear... like, assuming we can beat Penny. We'll clear the Starfall Strait. And then all that'll be left for next time will be the Pokemon League and the Crater.
Alright, are you ready for a battle, Melody?
Yes. Let's give it a try.
Excellent, you're ready too, right, my boss stiff? Yep, my boss stiff says he's ready.
We already read this, but oh well.
Yeah, I can see why you'd be worried. But my buddy here is bursting with energy. You'd never know he was so weak just a little while ago. Won't leave me alone, always whining at me, wanting to battle you and your Pokemon. It's been so long I nearly forgot, but he always did love to battle. Even if we lost to that student council girl, the Battle Fanatic one. Anyway, my point here is there's no need to worry. We're a brand new Arvin and Mabostov, and we're feeling audacious, or maybe herbaceous? Let me give you a taste of what we can do.
Here we go. Starting with greetings, which I have nothing in... I have no answer to normal types now.
The Pokemon I met during our hunt for the Urban Mystic are all stars, every one of them.
Alright, let's flip turn out of here. I guess I'm gonna go with... It's Skeledirge, just because it's immune to normal type attacks. Body slam, haha, get screwed. Oh, we're like on the same level as him. Alright, if we can beat the director, we can beat Arvin. In that case. Earthquake? Why do you have Earthquake? Oh no. Oh, that didn't do as much as I thought it would. Garganackle, we will switch back into Poseidon. Oh, and now we have an answer to his Toadscroll. Because we've got an Ice type now. Just hit it with the... Oh, 62, Jesus. So much for being on par with him. Bam! Yeah, we got this. Toadscroll, we will switch into Fjorm. Hit him with that Icicle Crash. Earth Power. Oh! Oh no, we're alright. 4 times weak! Let's go! No, if I wasn't set on my current team, I probably would have given Toadscroll a go. I kinda like it. Scovillain. What is Scovillain even weak to? It's Grass, Fire. That is an awkward type combo. Poison. We'll just go straight with the Sludge Wave. Then Headbutt. Oh no. Don't like that. Oh, and he's gonna KO me, isn't he? Yeah, I'll just use Zen Headbutt again. Let's go, Tsukiyomi! Let's go! Yeah, baby! With the clutch dodge. Cloyster! What do I have to deal with? Cloyster is water ice, I believe. Is ground really all I have to deal with that? Hold on, let me see what Cloyster's weak to. Oh look, someone else is playing Violet. Game data. Where's the type effectiveness? There it is. Weak to fighting, rock, grass, and electric. I have none of those types. Alright, in that case... Belladonna has done nothing, and Belladonna won't be useful against Mabosta. So we'll just get Belladonna to come in for a bit. Give her a bit of time in the spotlight. Oh, why did I use Psybeam? I should have been using Psychic. Oh, it'll be a 2-hit anyway. They're both 100 accuracy, it's fine. Let's go! And now it's time for Mabostiff. Which means it's time for dog versus dog. Who is the superior mutt? Time to terrestrialize. I wonder, will he terrestrialize with Boskif as well, or will he just battle normally? Woof woof.
Let's celebrate your full recovery with a glow up. Time to terrestrialize, Mabostiff.
He was holding the ball upside down. I still don't really like the dark crown. I feel like they could have done better than just an angry face. He's also using Play Rough? Why? Oh, does he only have dark moves and he's like, yeah, this isn't going to be effective. When the dogs are just playing with each other. That's all that's going on right now. We did it! That's one story path completed. The Path of Legends.
We were so close to Mabostiff, so close. But, Melody, thanks, little buddy. Dang, this is the strength of someone who could take down those Titan Pokemon, huh? Yeah, as much as I hate to admit it, I do think we're gonna need some more support. The Pokemon in Area Zero are super strong, and there are all sorts of weird machines there too. I say we need at least 2 more people. Somebody with some champion rank level skills, and someone who can deal with crazy tech.
In other words, Nimona and Penny. Maybe Nimona?
That student council girl? Yeah, she'd be perfect for the job, but I doubt she'd give us the time of day unless one of us was on her level. As in champion rank level.
As it turns out.
Well, we gotta do what we gotta do. Whoever you think could be a help, just try getting in good with them. And we'll see if we can get a team together. Get in touch if you make progress. I'll do the same.
Path of Legends. Complete. Oh, I just remembered. We have a way to progress time. But first things first, let me heal. I don't know if sleeping heals, but I'll do it anyway. Because we have a room! I wonder if it'll let us sleep until nightfall, or whether it's specifically only sleep until the next day. Because completing Starfall Street is probably going to be the last thing we do in this stream, and then next week we'll take on the Elite Four. And then we can head into the crater. Exciting. Yum. Yum. In we go. Now let's see if this will let us wait until nightfall. Also, I mentioned some of the books around here, they actually, like, give you, like, hints and stuff on, like, the future past Pokemon. But I'd rather find out myself. So I'm not going to read any of those. Want to lie down for a rest? Yes. Or does this just... Oh, it doesn't progress time? It just heals you? Bruh, Legends Arceus had a way to progress time. Why does this game not? One step forward, two steps back. Let me Google this. Progress time in Pokemon Scarlet Violet. Scarlet. Day-night cycle is 72 minutes. You cannot change the time, okay. Cool. So we just gotta wait around until nightfall then. Cool beans. I guess I was too close to the wall for that. I wanna go. This is me when I'm at work. Okay, but now what? I guess I just gotta stand around and wait. Wait until night falls. Kinda ridiculous. You sell food. I don't care about food. I guess I could go out and explore, but I just want to be Penny. I want to finish it off. Don't make time-sensitive events if you're not going to give the player a way to adjust the time. Standing around waiting is not fun.
Oh. Why did it put me at the front gate? I was just curious what's in the moat. Like, now we can swim. Oh hey, we don't know. I didn't mean to run into you. Oh, they're still low level, even though you can't swim until... Even though you can't go in the water until, like, you're 3 titans in. The stuff in the water here is still only level 6. I do already have a Susket, never mind. One damage. Thank you for the reminders, Phil. It would be real nice if Nightfall could hurry up and get here in game. So, you know, I could continue on with the story. Please. Let's go back into the city. I would go around just doing like raids or whatever, but like I don't know if time progresses while you're in a raid. Oh wait, maybe time doesn't progress while you're in a city. So I guess I'll wait around... Actually, no, it did progress while we're in the city, what, didn't it? Because it was night when we went to see Clavel, and then it was morning by the time we finished. Oh well. I'm just going to ride around anyway, see if I can find any items to pick up. And then once night falls, we'll fly right on back to the city. Bruh? No, you're not worth my time. You are also not worth my time. However... Still wild to me that they actually went and added an emote for it. Oh, hey, items. Why is there a metatite in like a family of Palmy? What is with this frame rate? Kept getting little stutters. Anyway, like oh wait, that's not a raid. That's... Terra Pokemon. Scyther! What type are you? Normal? Okay. Oh look, it's nightfall. But not really. If only it were that simple. Okay, what do I name a normal Scyther? Bruh, get in the ball. Not that it matters, we're just wasting time here until the day ends. The day-night cycle's supposed to be only like 72 minutes. But it feels like it's been longer. I think I might have read that wrong. How long is the day-night cycle in... Yeah, it says 72 minutes. Oh wait, I'm dumb. Why did I... Is there really no way to progress the time? That means we'd be waiting like a whole other hour. For some reason it didn't register in my mind that that's how long 72 minutes is. Well, in that case, we're not going to do this today. Real shame, but I guess that's what the game... That's how the game wants us to play. I'm not sitting around another hour just to wait for nightfall, because the game doesn't want to give you a way to fast travel to different times. So I guess we'll take on Penny in the next stream. We'll take on Penny, we'll beat the Elite Four, and then we'll head into the Cradle. Cradle will probably be the stream after. Well, we still beat what we set out to do this stream, you know? We beat the last gym, we beat the last Team Star base, and we got the last member of our team. So, progress. So that means next stream is when we will finish off all the main story branches and make a start on the Crater, probably. We'll at least finish off the main story branches. Crater might have to be the stream after. But yeah. I'm not doing a long stream today. I have other things to do, and also, I'm kind of tired. I don't think I could have done an 8-hour stream even if I wanted to. But still, we almost had 4 hours. It's still good. We still made good progress. So yeah. I would raid, but like, my viewer counter on OBS says I only have one viewer, which doesn't make sense. Because I know I am here and I know Theo is here. So I don't know why it says one viewer. But okay. Should I still... I'm not real. Maybe it was all a dream. I guess I'll still see who's online. See if there's anyone. The accident wasn't your fault. Is there anyone? I don't really see anyone I feel like raiding into, especially with this small of a raid. So I think we'll just end it. That's fine. That's fine. We don't always have to raid. I've been reaching pretty high numbers with my Pokemon streams, but it seems like maybe the hype's gone down a bit. Because like this weekend, I didn't reach the numbers I normally reach. Or maybe it's just the time we were streaming. Maybe the afternoon in my time zone is actually better for attracting viewers. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's because there's less people streaming in the afternoon in my time. Because like it's getting late for the Americas or something. I don't know. I don't understand all this optic stuff. Anyway. Oh look, viewers went up to 2. It's finally acknowledging the fact that Theo exists. Anyway, my next stream, I will have to work Wednesday, probably. So I don't think I'll be able to do a Wednesday stream, which means my next stream will be next Friday, where we'll play more Pokemon, because we're getting close. But it won't be all Pokemon all weekend next time, because it'll be Friday Pokemon, Saturday Pokemon, Sunday Splatoon. Probably Sunday Splatoon. I'll have to check the time zones again, see when exactly would be the best time for me to stream the big run. Probably Sunday. Still double Pokemon, yeah. We're getting close, though. We're getting close. I think we're getting to a point where I don't need to, like, do nothing but Pokemon in order to, you know, get things done. Yeah. I think the only thing that can really be spoiled for me at this point is the crater. And I guess some of the evolutions. But, like, we've got our team at this point. We've got our team now. So, yeah. Do I have anything else I need to say? Not really. So I guess we'll just end it there. Thanks for watching. Otsukame. Bye-bye. End scene, end scene. I didn't put my cursor over the end scene thing.